What's going on, everyone? Aaron Jackson here with the Rotation Report. This is not financial advice. Do me a favor and take the damn hint. Oh boy, we're gonna have to talk about it right off the bat, huh? Jensen and Sam's big deal. They signed such a big deal that everyone's starting to look into the numbers in the middle of a bubble. You don't want people scrutinizing, things and looking into things, and that could be a little bit of a problem here. And so, might as well just jump right into it. First off, let's take a little different way of getting there. Let's start with the inflation ratio here. Look at that. Look at that. 4 months in a row, just basically up in a straight line. But you can see, actually, running into some old highs here. Maybe could be taking a break here. But you look at energy, it hasn't participated at all. And you can see it's been kind of diverging in a bullish manner lately. And so you do wonder, okay, inflation ratio has been screaming for the whole bull run. Okay, is that going to be a risk off signal short term? Maybe it is, but we still probably want energy exposure versus the market because it hasn't gone anywhere. It's just been basing. People have given up on it. So that's kind of what we're thinking there. Your nat gas looking pretty good. Coming out of this coil. And as you can see, like during this 4 month run, right? No energy participation while the inflation ratio is like, yo, inflation. We got an inflation problem. You want to be, hedged for the inflation. And over the last few months now, this has actually become, we've got the average directional index on the weekly here. All it does is just measure how tightly wound up something is or how loose it's trading, right? You get a big bear market move, trading really loose, but here is as coiled as can be. And as people start, digging into this NVIDIA OpenAI deal, and they're like, wait a fucking minute. You can't do this deal. You're going to need all this fucking energy. So, that's where we're at with the natural gas. People are like, okay, probably time to buy the nat gas. And you're like, you want to know which one? It doesn't fucking matter which one. Pick one, anything nat gas. You can probably, given that this breakout sticks, of course, you saw late 2024, 2023, early 2024, you had the same sort of tightness, and then you had a little fake move lower before the bull market. So, hey, you never know what can happen. But I think big picture wise, we're thinking odds are pretty good. It goes higher, but we are in the last week of September here. The liquidity can get tight, and we're seeing it. We're seeing it, the dollar, just like that. 1 week highs, post Fed highs here. And frankly, this thing looks like it can rip. So we got the inflation rallying, kind of some warning signs. Things are getting a little nutty. You think Bessent's on the wheel. He's steering the ship, and he's like, oh shit. Okay, so we're gonna have liquidity get tight, but the speculation's getting a little crazy anyway. So maybe it is in their interest to let help the dollar, let the dollar rise a little bit. Is that a economy thing? I don't know. But what we do know is stronger dollar can really tighten up the liquidity and say, your international bonds, treasuries, whatever, you lead to the spike in rates, finally get some sellers into the market. And, that can be a problem here short term. So we're keeping an eye on volatility. You got the VIX, it bottomed a month ago, and frankly, it looks like it can rally. But then another helpful thing is the volatility of volatility. Yeah, that's right. VVIX, VVIX. You can see this 105 zone, nice little reference point. It kind of looks like something that might be able to roll over in the coming days. Maybe Bessent's like, whoa. we can't have this thing roll over here. Who knows what kind of dynamite we're dealing with. But, keep an eye on that VVIX 105. But then, as we're scrutinizing the AI, and it's now words getting out. Oh, well, Zuckerberg says, fuck it. He doesn't care if he blows up the whole company chasing AI because, who doesn't want to build the digital god? Well, that's great and all. But now that I'm hearing about it, obviously all of Wall Street knows about this. And then we've got the private equity ETF, PSP, failing to break out. Yeah, it has not joined the AI rally higher. And, a lot of debt going into these NVIDIA deals, these GPUs, all the data centers, a lot of debt involved. I mean, these hyperscalers, these big tech companies, they've got billions and billions and billions to spend. But, they're spending, they're borrowing too. And so this is a potential red flag here. Do we really think it's a problem? It could be. Here's private equity relative strength. You can see just kind of been trending lower this whole time. Never really rebounded over the last few years. And here we are again, breaking this little support channel down. But, AI rally continues. A lot of it, hey, a lot of the AI spend is profitable so far, but we'll see if that continues. We're going to want to keep an eye on private equity relative strength here in the coming weeks. See if maybe it can reverse. Otherwise, ooh, that's an early warning signal. And then yes, Bitcoin miners, aka AI infrastructure, ripping into an extension target zone. Look, it's up again today, another 6% or so after 50 some percent in a couple weeks. Which okay, people are out of their fucking minds anyways before you even add in any fear and greed. So it's possible this thing keeps going, right? Let's see what we got here as some updated action. Yeah, kind of just stalled out, but big tell moving forward. And then next up, the networking index. My God, the networking stocks have been a fucking moneymaker, have they not? Yeah, you're finally getting a little sell off here. It's all coiled up for a couple of weeks now, so this could be a pretty big sell over the next few days in this little seasonally weak spot. 1800 stands out, and we're at basically 2K right here. Yeah, you can see it very thin. Not really sure where else we would be looking other than around 1800. You get some 1800. Very interested in your credos, your A labs, and I think we have. Oh yeah, here we go. We have A lab right now. It already kind of dipped to this like first spot you'd be interested, that old high at 199, and then there's a little fib extension zone right there in the low 200s. It's trading 199 as I talk, so maybe it hangs in there, but I think this thing is gonna. The networking group has more room lower in the coming days, so I don't know. We'll see how far the pullback goes. But then, NASDAQ futures, NASDAQ 100, we're looking at 24,650, looking like a pretty interesting zone. We're at 24.7 right here. So just worth keeping an eye on that zone moving forward. And then we've got Bloom Energy, another one of these, it's energy servers, right? You plug it into the building, you plug in a natural gas pipeline, and boom, you have off-grid energy, which going to be a big deal moving forward because you can just feel the societal nature of this AI just coming at us. And it's sold off $20 or so from the high, $17 from the high, and already at like the most interesting cluster in the book. Below this, I don't know where we would even look. It's like 45, maybe 38. So big area here, but interesting. It's just testing like the 20-day moving average for the first time since the stock was at 26. So, strong trend, probably a lot of buyers. And it's like the most, these type of trades. And then you've got like the Tesla breakout where they've got their power wall and, all that. Utility scale battery, like all that stuff should be like, that's next. Everyone wanted the semis. You need all the semis. Well, then to put the building up, you need the energy, right? So that's kind of next on the trade there. And then just another little risk on tell we're looking at is Ethereum around 60 or 4,100. Very interesting. Have all the chasers gone away? A month ago, everyone was chasing some Tom Lee action into the old top of the range here, 4,900's top of the, range from 2021. And, they were just out of their fucking minds, like ecstatic about Ethereum. But now, they're all underwater pretty significantly while, Bloom doubled in that time period. But now we're back at the key zone here. And, if this thing is going to take a crack at the old all-time highs, you would think maybe it can hold up around here, but honestly I really don't have a strong lean. You're just kind of hoping this liquidity crunch doesn't get so bad, but definitely keep an eye on your Ethereum 4,100. And if you're still watching, do me a favor, like, subscribe, comment, whatever, let the algorithm know you're here. And thanks for tuning in, everyone, and until next time, have a great day.